Hello boys, welcome back to another session of video tutorials, and this session is meant for class 11th biology students and it is meant for 23rd July 2020, and our memory helps us in recollecting what we have studied in our previous sessions. We have been discussing and reflecting on chapter biomolecules, and in our previous sessions we were talking about very important biomolecules that help us to have bios, that is life. We continue to be living organisms because of the presence of these biomolecules. In the absence of these, life would be not there. Hence, we say biomolecules are strategically very important. And in our previous session, we were talking about proteins, and proteins are the building blocks, I said, building blocks of the cells. Without proteins, no cell will grow ever, and cells in the presence of proteins grow and form tissues to organs, organs to organ systems, and the whole organism will show growth and development because of the presence of proteins. So they are most abundant organic molecules in the living system. They form about 50% of the dry weight of the cell. They are most important for the construction, architecture and functioning of the cell. And what do they made up of? As I said in our previous session, they are made up of small atoms called amino acids. So proteins on complete hydrolysis, lysis breaking, yield amino acids. That means whenever we remove a molecule of water, amino acids will be formed from proteins. And there are 20, normally this will be asked in your competitive exams, 20 standard amino acids present in our body which are repeatedly found in the structure of proteins, be it animal, be it plant or microbial. And in our previous session I said that all of you should remember, for the sake of exams, collagen is the most abundant animal protein. I repeat, collagen is the most abundant animal protein, and rubisco is the most abundant plant protein, and both are very essential for us. And protein synthesis is controlled by DNA, that we will study in our next chapter, translation and transcription, the protein synthesis chapter in detail, how DNA controls protein synthesis, what is the role played by RNA, types of RNA like tRNA, rRNA, ribosomal RNA, transfer RNA, and most important mRNA, messenger RNA. And amino acids, you can see the structure. Basically, the group of organic compounds having two functional groups. You can see here one NH2 group, amino group, and one COOH group, carboxylic acid group. So basically, any amino acid will have one alpha carbon, centrally one carbon will be there, and it will have one amino group and one carboxylic acid group, NH2 group and COOH group. And of course, R is meant for functional group. So the R can be anything. R can be, for example, hydrogen in glycine, amino acid glycine. R can be CH3 in alanine. R can be hydroxymethyl in serine. So R can be a functional group that will decide the property of the whole amino acid. So basically, you have got in any amino acid two groups, one NH2 group, amino group, and one acidic group, carboxylic group, COOH group. And all amino acids contain, as you are seeing, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. And some will also contain sulfur. They are called sulfur containing amino acids like cysteine, methionine. These are sulfur containing amino acids. And physical and chemical properties of amino acids are due to amino group, NH2 group, carboxylic acid group, COOH group, and most important that R group. R group is called functional group. So amino acids are differentiated into 7 groups based on their function. So basically, amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. They are organic acids with the presence of COOH group and amino group generally attached to alpha carbon or carbon next to carboxylic group, as you are seeing, carbon next to carboxylic group provides an acidic property to amino acid, while amino group imparts alkaline or basic unit or basic nature to amino acid. The alpha carbon also bears a variable hydrocarbon or alkyl group called R, functional group. And there are 20 amino acids that are normal components of cell proteins. Naturally in our body 20 amino acids are present. These are called protein amino acids. Many amino acids found in cells do not form proteins. These are called non-protein amino acids. Among these are arthionine, citrulline, GABA, GABA, gamma aminobutyric acid, GABA. These are non-protein amino acids. Now let us see the 7 groups of amino acids. So first group is neutral. Amino acids having one amino group, one carboxylic group with a non-cyclic hydrocarbon chain. So there is one NH2 group, one COOH group. Then we say it is neutral amino acid. Example, glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, and there are abbreviations within the bracket. And the second one is acidic. The amino acids have an extra carboxylic group, one extra COOH group is there. Examples, aspartic acid, asparagine, glutamic acid, glutamine. And the basic, as the name suggests, one extra basic group, that is amino group, diamino monocarboxylic, diamino group. Example, arginine and lysine. Then I said sulfur containing, just now, amino acids having sulfur group, that is cysteine and methionine, MET. And then alcoholic amino acids having OH group. Example, serine, threonine, tyrosine. These are alcoholic amino acid groups. So these are amino acids having, as I said, OH, hydroxyl group or alcoholic group. And then aromatic means giving nice smell. Amino acids having cyclic structure. They possess cyclic structure with a straight side chain bearing carboxylic and amino groups. Example, phenylalanine, tryptophan and tyrosine. And then last, heterocyclic. Amino acids having N in ring structure. So they have nitrogen in the center of the ring. Then we say heterocyclic. Example, histidine, proline. Now these are to be, at least you need to remember 2 in a group. For neutral amino acids, remember 2, acidic 2, basic 2, sulfur containing 2, alcoholic 2, like that. At least 2 amino acids you must remember. And these are the structures you need to practice. Have a look at the diagram. Please take a paper, pencil, draw this. And post your drawings in our WhatsApp group. Without miss, please do it today. After the session is over, please do it. And nutritional classification of amino acids. Based on nutritional value, we can classify amino acids into 3: essential amino acids, non-essential amino acids, semi-essential amino acids. So essential amino acids cannot be synthesized by organisms in the body and are obtained from outside source, from plants. For example, valine, leucine, isoleucine, phenylalanine, Look at that last one, phenylalanine and threonine, lysine, top, there's a chain. So these are essential amino acids. Non-essential can be synthesized by the organism and may not be required in the diet. Like serine, here left side first one, serine you can see, asparagine, glutamine and tyrosine. So these are the non-essential. And semi-essential, these are required by growing children and lactating pregnant mothers, like histidine and arginine. Histidine and arginine. Now, two amino acids join together and make a protein. So here you can see here two amino acids having that CO group and NH group. Amino and carboxylic acid group both are joining together and the water is getting released. So amino acids are linked serially by peptide bonds. So CONH, you can see here CONH. This is formed between the amino group, NH group on one amino acid and carboxylic group, COOH of adjacent amino acids as you are seeing, N terminus and C terminus. Amino group and carboxylic group. Chain having two amino acids linked by a peptide bond is called dipeptide. Two bonds, two peptide linkages are formed. Here you are seeing one peptide linkage, C and N, yellow color. That's peptide bond. Like that, if there are two, then we say dipeptide bonds. The sequence of amino acids present in polypeptide is specific for a particular protein. And of course, based on this, we have studied structure of protein and the disulfide bond you have seen. Basically, it has got four types of structures: primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary. And you must remember, all these are possible because of the presence of amino acids.